Good morning, and it's another gorgeous day in Scotland anyway. Very cold, but gorgeous nonetheless. It's really nice to have the light in the mornings again. It gives you a bit of hope and a bit of spring in your step. So make no mistake, natural light has a phenomenal signalling effect on your body. So get your wee cells outside if you can for a little bit. Morning, Craig. So today we'll just wait for a few people to join. We still have the intermittent fasting challenge going on. Again, people really getting into this and taking control, taking their power back from one of the most commonly overused drugs, which is food. So what I love about is the simplicity of the intermittent fasting. So we're not saying, don't do this, don't do that, don't do the next thing. We're just saying, look, here's an idea. Create an eating time, a time where you eat all your food, and then don't eat anything 3 hours before you go to your bed, and give your body all that time to rest, repair and restore. And, you know, we're very impatient in our culture. We want to fix it. If the body doesn't fix itself in a week. Morning, Mary. Okay, catch you later. Granny duties, yeah, I get it. I'm on them later. So if you, if the body doesn't respond like this, then we get despondent and we give up. And that's the thing about the intermittent fasting. It's something that you can really sustain. If you are sick, if you are overweight, if you are really bloated and unmotivated and anxious and depressed, then, you know, it calls for more extreme, if you like, to really be committed into self-discipline to really get the results. And what we're really understanding now is the faster you get the results, the more likely you are to actually, morning Roy, the more likely you are to stay with the programme, because you get motivated. You know, I work with people who are very often been diagnosed with cancer, often terminal cancer, which again is an alleged thing. It's just a lack of understanding and all the incredible things that you can do. We're all dying, let's face it. We're all incurable to some degree or another, but these words can really instill fear and just really play to a hugely detrimental effect with people's minds. So really learning all these things that you can do and fully understanding how it works. So if intermittent fasting for 2 weeks, that's 11 days that I have spent not eating. So that's 11 days of energy that my body gets back to rest, restore and repair itself. Now you imagine you carry that on for 4 weeks, 6 weeks, 8 weeks, 3 months, that you're just gently retraining the body and saying, because I have a feeling, doesn't mean to say I need to act on it in terms of putting things in my mouth. I can override that. And particularly if you get your cravings under control, which intermittent fasting will do for you. So it's a no-brainer in terms of simplicity. Even if people are eating nutrient-dead food, it's still, your body's getting all that time back. You will see an improvement, and I love that kind of stuff. Anyway, what we're going to do today is some breathing. Breathing and the power to help you digest your food properly. Because when we do this, the bellow breath, it's called, when we do this breathing, so we're filling the belly up, and then we're pulling the abdominal muscles and pulling all the internal organs back towards the spine. So now that has a bellow effect. So you imagine all your beautiful wee internal organs are just getting gently massaged just by you using your intention, your breath and your abdominal muscles. So what happens is when you do that, you give the internal organs a hand, because what happens is things go in here and the upper digestive system, they make their way down, and in the perfect body, perfect healthy body, the body will extract what it needs from the foods. It should be, if it's chewed properly, you want to make this as easy for the body as possible. And then it goes down and it starts going round all these, like the football field's worth of intestine. And that is often what happens is if the food doesn't have the amount of fibre. If you haven't listened to live with Janice Klein last night, please do. You'll learn so much. Really inspirational. The fibre, which is really obviously is what carries the stuff through so that it gets into the bowel and out the other side. So there's a very, very practical reason for that, because stuff gets stuck in here, and you know, you've heard all the horror stories about people getting colonics and a bit of meat coming out that they ate when they were 12 kind of thing. Because it was probably overcooked, because in actual fact, meat and fish and poultry and game, the enzymes are already in all that food. But we cook it and we destroy the enzymes. And then we put it in our mouth and we don't chew it properly. We just swallow it almost whole. And then we give it to the body, and the body's trying to make sense of that. Then there's no fibre, there's no enzymes, so it just stays in there, which is pretty gruesome when you think about it. So connecting your breathing to your digestion and really allowing all the fluids, etc., the enzymes to become alive, waking it up. You're wakening up that system that, you know, if you've been sleeping overnight and maybe you're a bit foggy in the morning, you can change all of that. What we normally do is like, oh, I need a coffee, I need a Rennie, I need whatever else you take, whatever to make the body work properly. Instead of going, okay, let me breathe consciously. And you know, when you get into breathing, there's different ways you can do it. Morning, Sean. There's different ways that you can breathe. You can breathe to calm yourself down, 4-7-8. You can breathe to give yourself energy, to get a bit of clarity, to put more oxygen into the brain. You can hold your breath for that as well. I think all the science around hypoxia is fascinating too. So there's different breathing techniques to get what it is you're trying to achieve, what it is you're trying to achieve. But because of this intermittent fasting, and we're retraining the body and the mind, because fasting's all about the mind. And again, you know, just taking it easy, start a little bit, 12-12, wind your way up, work your way up. I'm going to be doing a full 4-day fast, spiritual fast in June in Bruce Arms, if you want to come and really dive deep into this mysterious universe. So, but the digestion, in terms of your digestion, your gut, your microbiome, anything, all the parasites, fungus, whatever is living in there, old food. And then you put the emotional stuff, because in here, in your sacral energy centre, in your solar plexus, is where we all our familial stuff, our fear, our hurts, our disappointments, etc. So we can really start to work the body to let go of the past, which is what we're always trying to do, is we're letting go of the past, all the narratives we've been carrying and harbouring, and it's going over and over in the back of the mind. We're going to use the breath to let go of the past and move and use our visualisation powers and our imagination to really start getting what we want, rather than what the subconscious mind thinks that we should be getting, and possibly other people around you. I keep saying this, tribe up with people that are really going to help you expand and grow and break free from your limiting beliefs. I'm starting another challenge on Monday, and I've called it Expanding Your Consciousness. I'm not sure if it's a good name for it. I don't want that to put people off, but it is about breaking free of your limits, who you thought you were because of the story of your life, and letting go of, you know, that I'm not enough, I'm not worthy, I'm not safe, I'm not lovable, all of that stuff, and security, and trying to control things, you know, so that we can feel safe, and wasting so much energy, because I don't know if you noticed, we're not in control. So this expansion is going to be literally about letting go of all concepts and labels that can limit you. Okay, Elaine, see you later. Letting go of the concepts and labels and the limiting beliefs that we have been given by well-meaning others. So if you think, you've probably heard a lot of chat about 3-dimension, the 3rd dimension and the 5th dimension. Well, all that is living at a different frequency. And the negative, problematic suffering, the emotional suffering happens in the contracted states. And when we can allow and expand and open to these higher vibrational states, all your problems dissolve and disappear. So if you like the sound of that, please join me next week and share with all your friends. All this stuff is free. It's education, information, inspiration and support for you guys to really understand the power that is within you. So we're going to do the breath, we're going to visualise, and then we're going to meditate. So I always do my breathing before my meditation now, because it just allows me to get into that state effortlessly instead of sitting with my eyes shut, hoping something mysterious and mystical will happen. I now breathe and just get myself into that expanded state. Think of something that you would like. And, you know, again, we look at the 3 areas where we get stuck. Our health, which is really the area I'm passionate about, but make no mistake, your wealth affects your health and your relationships affect your health. And right now, a lot of us are being challenged in our relationships because we are arguing over our beliefs. Let's face it. And that's okay if it's just the odd person having a go at you on Facebook. But if you're living with somebody who has very opposing beliefs, that can be really challenging and trying. So, but when we expand and expand and expand, we actually move above all that emotional reaction. And we just see that all that reaction is past programming and fear and the need to be right. And, you know, you can eat as much dense plant nutrition as you want. You can do as much yoga as you want. But if you are thinking judgmental, critical, nasty thoughts about your neighbour and about each other and about yourself, then you're changing your chemistry. And it doesn't really matter how much good food you eat, you're changing your gut biome. We're influencing, and this is really where we have to go now with, as we need to think unconditional love. Now, trust me, that can be a challenge. But see, doing the breathing, you just oxygenate the cells, they start to expand quite naturally, and you will move out of that into that who gives a shit, really. It's all just noise. Morning, Leslie. Yeah, it's an absolutely beautiful morning here too. Okay, so we're going to do 3 rounds of the Bellow Breath. Make sure you're comfortable. Know that yes, we're moving energy, and sometimes you're going to get lightheaded and tingly and pins and needles, etc. Know your own body, and if you want to pull back and stop. Morning, Leslie. Feel free. You are smart enough and intelligent enough to work that out. I know that. We have given so much power away to risk aversion. Oh, don't do that in case you die. Don't do that in case you die. Don't do that in case you die. We need to move away from this fear of death, because it's actually pretty hard to die. Trust me, I've watched people trying to do it. So the chances, but what we want to do, we're all going to die, but what we want to do before that is live, and not live in fear, not live in suffering, and certainly not be living through other people's limitations. It's time to set yourselves free from all of that. Right, so we're going to do 3 rounds. Did I say 3? Yeah, we're doing 3 rounds of this Bellow Breath. Expect to tingle, expect to be lightheaded. If you don't like it, if it's new to you, pull back, stop, and just join in again. There's nothing to fear here with breath. Okay? And then we're going to do, of course, the retentions. Thank you, Siobhan. We're going to do the controlled pause. So we're going to stop, we're going to breathe out, and we're going to stop breathing. And that is when really you can dissolve from the physical form into the wave form. This is Joe Dispenza's work. Particle, wave. So your vibration goes up, the cells are oxygenated, you're alkalized, and you can literally float, okay? So that's where we're going to go. So when you stop breathing and the CO2 comes up, allow yourself to let go and dissolve into that beautiful space where you are limitless energy. And then we're going to breathe in, and we're going to squeeze all the energy that we've made into the brain. Remember the thalamic gate at the base of the brain, where we push the energy up, the gateway to all these other dimensions. And the pineal gland gives us we are the alchemist. We are learning to become our own alchemist. We've got a pharmacy in here that has been held back by limiting beliefs. You need listen to what other people say. You know nothing. You're powerless. Rubbish. We are all powerful. And it's all in here. And the breath and the withholding of the breath and the understanding the chemistry is how we literally can tune into these different data streams of information that are there in the quantum field. And we're going to go into this in much greater depth over the next 2 weeks, starting on Monday. So if you're really, really interested in the mystical experiences and what you can do when you change your chemistry, then you need to join. So 3 rounds of the breathing. I want you to visualise. The power of your mind is truly incredible. So what I'm going to do is get you to visualise what it is you want, and that might be full health, it might be an abundance of wealth, it might be to let go of toxicity in relationships, or to let go of the toxicity you experienced in your relationships. Whatever it is for you, maybe you want to find a new relationship. Whatever it is that you would love, I want you to visualise it as if it's already here. Okay, and then so we're going to do that, and then we're going to do some letting go, and then we're going to just do a very short, beautiful meditation. Now, get comfortable, make sure you switch all your devices off and really get ready to zone into this place. When we do this together, even online, our brains start to entrain. So we are literally supporting each other through this process. The cells start to mimic each other. This is Lynn McTaggart, the Bonds research. Fascinating. And we are going to create a power grid that is going to help every single one that's on this live right now. And we're going to go into this place of unconditional love vibration. I know it sounds corny, sorry, but it's high frequency. There's no problems there. Everything will dissolve. Everything that you thought you had to worry about dissolves. And you can just be the wave in this infinite quantum soup, quantum field of unlimited potential, possibilities. Where are the possibilities for you? So that's where we're going to go today. So I invite you to make sure you're going to have peace for the next kind of 20 minutes, half an hour. We'll just go with it. Time doesn't. If you want. You know, sometimes I quite often do my breathing lying down because I'm a bit lazy as well and it's cold and whatever. But it's nice to sit up with your back straight to really get the lungs, allow the lungs to be in the position that they will be in through the day. Nose breathing. You know, I've been banging on and on and on and on and on and on about that. We have to get back to breathing in and out through our nose. And so do a little bit of that. If you can't do it all the time, it's totally fine. But make that your goal, that we're becoming nose breathers again, because our brain needs all that oxygen. And that airway, there's more resistance. Like if I breathe in through my nose, you can feel the resistance in there. So it's harder work, right? If I was just to go, but I'm bypassing the filter because we're taking a lot of toxicity in through our mouth and our nose just by breathing, because there's so much crap in the atmosphere and in our houses right now. So the noses get the filter, and also we want to keep these muscles strong, and we want to feed that energy into the brain and that vagus nerve that comes in here and runs into your face and all your internal organs. So this breathing really calms that down and puts you back into repair, regenerate and restore mode. Okay, so let's do it. And I'm sure most of you watching me have watched before. I'll just talk you and guide you through it. It's a good idea to close your eyes because it takes away all the external distractions. And also we're really learning to listen to the body. The 60 to 80 trillion cells and all the little microbes that are there. This is a planet by itself. So I want you to really tune in. You can't see it with your eyes. You can feel it with your heart. So this is where we're going, into the heart, into the feelings. Okay. So breathing, you might want to blow your nose. I was actually thinking about that. Just to make sure your airways are clear. As clear as they can be in winter in Scotland. So as you're breathing in, you're bringing the belly right out. And then breathing out and pulling all the abdominal muscles in. So your belly's going out and in. So five more. All the way in. All the way out. And go into your first controlled pause. Hold the breath there. And observe what's happening inside your cells. Feel. And just allow anything that no longer serves you to dissolve now. If you need to breathe in and out again, just do it, no problem. You can hold your breath, keep holding, and let go. Let go. Okay, 3, 2, 1, breathe in. And squeeze that energy up. Pelvic floor muscles, abdominal muscles, into the chest and up through the base of the brain, into the pineal gland, and hold it. Squeeze. Check your muscles are all engaged. Squeeze. Squeeze. And let it go. Okay, well done. That's round number 1. We're going to do another 2 rounds, okay? So the same thing again. Keep going. Really oxygenating the body. Five more. And breathe all the way in. And all the way out. And into your second controlled pause. Close your eyes and feel the buzz. Feel the expansion. Observe the body resetting, reorganizing itself. Healing itself. Observe the process with wonder and awe at the intelligence inside. Always, always striving for balance and harmony for you. Three, two, one. Breathe all the way in. Pull the pelvic floor muscles, abdominals, chest. Squeeze into the brain. Focus on your forehead. Squeeze. Check your muscles are engaged. Squeeze that energy up. And let it go. Feels nice already, doesn't it? Just close your eyes and just enjoy that feeling before we go into our final round. Know the body is in the process of rebalancing and harmonizing for you. Okay, this time we're going to go for it. I want to see a bit of energy, a bit of focus. You know, we need to work at this. We need to override the lethargy and the apathy and really fully understand that we have this power, clear intentions. So I'm going to speed it up slightly for this last one. You can really go for it. Push yourself a little bit further. And then we're going to go straight into the visualization. We're going to do a little bit of humming at the end of this breathing session, and then we're going to go into the visualization and then into the meditation, okay? So you can go for it. This is your last round. So breathing in. Come on, work it. Set your clear intention. More energy, greater health. You are the power. You have the power. Overriding the past. Letting go of all the past hurts and disappointments, all the stories, all the points of view. Keep going. 5 more. All the way in. And all the way out. And your final controlled pause. I want you to hold your breath for as long as you can. Close your eyes. Observe that inner world. Oxygenated, alkalized, expanded state. Let go and allow the body. hand over to the intelligence within. If you need to take a breath in and out, just do that and then hold again. Okay, 3, 2, 1, all the way in. Muscles all clenched, and squeeze that energy into the brain. Keep your focus on your forehead. Squeeze. And let it go. And deep breath in, and we're just going to do some humming. Breathing in. Just do it in your own time, in your own key. Really focus on putting that vibration through every cell, and focus on letting go of everything that no longer serves you. 2 more. Let go. Okay, and just some nice, easy breaths. And just observe the feelings, the energy that you are. Stay in this expanded state and let go of the past, any habits and programs that are out of date and holding you back. Just let it go now. Any limits around your ability to create greater health, wealth and love in your life. Welcome any limitation and just let it go now. Set it free. And now I want you to visualise with the phenomenal power of your imagination, the inner artist. Imagine yourself, whatever it is that your heart desires, being healed, being abundant in wealth, healing relationships, having joyful, fun, loving relationships, helping each other grow through love. So whatever it is that you would love to have BC do, perceive, believe right now, see yourself there. Allow yourself to have some fun. It's limitless here. You decide. You expand. The more courage, the more practice, the more awareness you have, the power to create becomes obvious and clear. And as we pull together as one in this meditation to help each other be the happiest, healthiest version of themselves, to be free from all suffering, limiting concepts, and to have the courage to open your heart and speak your truth. To follow the soul's journey. So really see yourself the way you would love to have BC do, whatever it is that is your heart's desire. And then welcome all the sights, sounds and sensations, and then just let it go out for creation. And welcome any doubt. Any trying to figure it out. Let that all go now. Welcome any wishing anything was different. And let that go now. Welcome all wanting control, security, approval, separation and oneness. Welcome it completely and just let it go. As we take our attention to the chest, the heart centre, this phenomenal magnetic organ that is sending and receiving signals all day long, doing its best to protect us. And we allow this centre to flourish, to open, letting go of the past and any hurts, betrayals, abuse we may have experienced. We're letting that go now. Allow that centre to turn like the wheel that it is, and just see all the things that no longer serve you float away into the ether as the heart becomes more and more open and our vibration starts to rise. Think of someone you love, some place that you love. Think and intentionally bring in the feeling of love, unconditional. And allow that powerful vibration to spread through your entire body. See yourself as this high vibratory ball of light that can lift off the ground or off the chair that you're in. See yourself floating, limitless, free. Spread that energy all over the town, city that you're in, all over Scotland. We send these waves of unconditional love out to those suffering alone in their homes. Send them love. Anyone in fear, sending them love. And spread that energy out all over the UK and Ireland. Anyone who needs some unconditional love, everyone, the animals, the birds and the fish, and then spread that energy out all over planet Earth. Feel that energy, the magnetic force from your heart all round the planet and everything on it and in it. The healing power of your heart and the healing power of our hearts when we pull together for the greater good of all. Send that vibration to our brothers and sisters all over the world, to all sentient beings, and to the goddess Gaia herself. And then be aware of the body. The trillions of vibrating cells made up of information and light. This miracle that we call life. Allow us to awaken gently, peacefully into these new frequencies where suffering and disease cannot exist. When we have the courage to open our hearts and our minds to the unseen, and just say thanks for the healing and the healings we're going to receive. And to these cells for still putting up with us after the torment we've put them through. Huge gratitude to everyone on the call, on the live, helping each other, motivating, supporting, inspiring. Feel the gratitude, appreciation. And then in your own time, you can just come back into the body. Feel your hands and your feet. So you can let me know how that experience was for you. If you're in the zone, I'm kind of in the zone, like, oh yeah, why would you come back? And again, when we're doing the challenge next week, we'll be doing a lot of these really sort of short, powerful meditations. The power of, as humans, we are designed to get together. We're a collective species. Thanks, Craig. So this way of living is anti-human, but we can hook up on. Thanks, Suzanne. We can hook up online and support each other through this, and as soon as we can, we all get together in person and really use all these techniques to really help each other move out of the third dimensional suffering reality. Thanks, Roy. So I hope you enjoyed it, oh, thanks, Clementine, that's great. Yeah, we need to do more of these group meditations because great stuff, Leslie. As together we are powerful. We are completely unstoppable, and that's why we must not allow the power that be to divide us and conquer us, because really ultimately what we all want, we want to live in peace. We want our kids to be happy and healthy. That's really pretty much what most of us want. And we want to have a lot of fun on the way. And we have the power to do that. And it's happening. It's definitely happening. So thank you all very much for joining me. Will I be live tomorrow? Yes, I will. I'll be live tomorrow. And then I'm doing stuff over the weekend. And then Monday we'll get ready to start the challenge. So I'll see you all tomorrow. Thank you. Ciao.